Hi, this is Kathy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the President of Ukraine, Zelinsky, coming to the White House to sign a deal with President Trump. The deal would have given the United States mineral rights in Ukraine, and Trump was going to help broker a peace deal between Russian President Putin and Zelensky. Now, the mineral rights deal would help the U.S. recoup some of the money that we've given Ukraine, somewhere in the neighborhood of $350 billion to fight this war. Now, for the first 30 minutes or so of the meeting, everything was fine. The room was full of press. There were a lot of questions being asked and answered, and everything was going fine. But then it started to go off the rails, and I'm going to show you exactly what happened. So this is a minor thing, but I never really understood why Zelensky never puts on a suit. Even one of the press guys asked him why he never wears a suit. It's probably a minor thing, but I've always been curious about it. But anyway, that's another story. But here we are, they're in the Oval Office, and J.D. Vance is really trying to tell Zelensky, you know, you need to be a little bit more grateful for this deal that they're trying to give him. And this is what happened.
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
Do we have problems?
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it.
Just about to go off the rails, FYI.
In the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
that.
You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with.
Now, Trump is here trying to broker a peace deal. That's what he really wants. That's the most important thing to him, is to bring peace to both of these countries. I mean, this has been going on for 3 years. A lot of people have been killed on both sides, and Trump wants peace, first and foremost. The mineral deal is secondary to him, and Zelensky really should not be arguing with him. He needs the U.S. to end this war. Without the U.S., he has nothing, but let's continue.
World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
No, in this
even
entire
today.
meeting, you said thank
even
you.
Today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please.
I mean, have we ever seen this? A world leader come into the White House in the Oval Office and argue with a president of the United States who's basically trying to help him end a war that's killing his people.
Yes. You think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
I know.
You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
you
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through
I
this
said
stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this, I tell you.
Just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those
Just
disagreements
unbelievable.
rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on out here. I think it's very important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers.
Don't-
Listen,
don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But
But
you're
I
saying
said,
you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
it doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what.
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
nation- it
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
But this
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with.
Biden never once talked to Putin the whole time in office. 3 years this war's been going on. All he did was give money, give money, give money to Ukraine, give them missiles to shoot over into Russia, trying to get us into World War III. Not once did he ever try and broker any kind of a peace deal like Trump is doing here.
Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards, but without us, you don't have any cards.
So in the end, a deal was not reached. Zelensky was actually asked to leave the White House, which he did, and no deal was made. So where does it go from here? Zelensky really, in my opinion, needs to apologize. He needs to act like he wants to end the war. And I think he really should sign this deal with Trump. I loved what I saw in this exchange in the White House. I have no complaints against Trump or Vice President Vance. I think they handled it well. And I think Zelensky was very disrespectful to argue back and forth with the two of them. It got him nowhere. In the end, he got nothing. So anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that Trump was out of line? Do you think Zelensky was out of line? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.